The woman was pinned down against the table as her clothes were forcefully pulled apart. To her horror, there was a strange opening on her back. Just as she tried to resist, the man slipped his hand into the split, instantly draining her of all strength. It turned out that in the future, a genetic virus had swept through the world, causing massive mutations in plant life and triggering a global food crisis. The wealthy locked themselves away in fortified cities, living in luxury, while the poor were left to survive among the mutated flora and fauna outside. Vesper was one of those survivors. With a small robot as her companion, she scavenged through swamps, desperately searching for anything edible. But today, she had no luck, just bugs to eat. She also had a paralyzed father, whose failing body relied entirely on external medical devices to function. His consciousness, however, had been transferred into the robot that now followed Vesper everywhere. One day, while foraging for food, Vesper stumbled upon a woman collapsed at the base of a tree, her body covered in leaching fungal growth. Upon closer inspection, Vesper realized the woman was still alive. She pulled off the fungal tendrils and carried the weakened woman back to her home. Her father warned her that the woman was probably from the Citadel and insisted she hand her over to the town's mayor. But Vesper refused. Unbeknownst to them, the woman had overheard their conversation. She introduced herself as Camellia and explained that she and her father had crashed while traveling in a ship. Camellia begged Vesper to help her find her father, promising in return to give her viable, unmutated plant seeds, something almost unheard of in this world. The next day, Vesper set out, following the wreckage of the crashed aircraft until she reached the cockpit deep in the forest. There, she found Camelia's father, but the cockpit was sealed shut, and Vesper couldn't get in. Suddenly, the mayor and his men arrived. They forced the cockpit open only to find Camelia's father still alive. Without hesitation, the mayor killed him on the spot. Seeing Vesper's grief, the mayor became suspicious and began searching the wreckage. He was convinced there had been someone else on the ship and started pressuring Vesper to give up the location. Fortunately, her father, through the robot, managed to cover for her with a convincing lie. Back home, Vesper broke the news to Camellia. Her father was dead. She led Camellia to the body, now bloated and decomposing. Camellia broke down in anguish. Then, something shocking happened. Vesper noticed an opening on Camelia's back, just like the one she had seen earlier. Camellia wasn't human. Everything she had said, all her promises, had been a lie, just a means to get Vesper's help. But Vesper, despite the betrayal, couldn't bring herself to turn her back on her. Out of guilt, Camellia retrieved a knife she had hidden under a pillow and attempted to end her life by stabbing into her own opening, but Vesper stopped her just in time. Instead, Camellia offered Vesper a sample of her blood, believing her unique genetic makeup might help Vesper restore plant life. She was right. Camelia's genes fused with the mutated seeds, creating a breakthrough, possibly the key to reversing the genetic virus. To verify the results and stabilize her findings, Vesper set off to conduct further experiments. She left Camellia alone at home, but not long after, the mayor arrived at their doorstep.